I have some big, giant, huge goals for the year, and I'm here to share them with you. We are currently in January, so the beginning of the year, which is the best time to set goals. But to be honest, if you're watching this at any other point in the year, it is also a great time to set some goals. But first things first, if you don't know who I am, hi, I'm Katja. I'm a photographer and a YouTube creator based in Berlin, Germany. I have formerly graduated Oxford University with a law degree, but ended up never working in law because, well, frankly, I didn't want to, and slowly made my way into a creative career, ultimately becoming a photographer. And now on this channel, I'm also teaching others how to do the same and how to create and run a creative business. So this video is going to be very chatty, very cozy. So grab yourself a drink. I have my coffee here and let me overshare about my goals. So this year I have kind of 3 categories of goals pertaining to like 3 categories in my life, which are YouTube, my photography career, and also the broad category of life. So I kind of want to go through each category and tell you what my goals are for this category, why I have set those goals, and maybe also how I plan to achieve them. And you can either take this video just as an inspiration, or if you want to do some goal planning, you can also pause the video at certain points and write down your own goals and why you want to achieve them and how you're going to achieve them. So let's get into the first category, which is YouTube. So my first goal for YouTube is to upload 52 videos this year. Basically started YouTube in the end of 2020, beginning of 2021. And I sort of had a casual relationship with YouTube, to be honest. I was uploading videos here and there. I think I uploaded like 8 or 9 videos in my first year. Then I didn't upload for an entire year. And then for the past 2 years, I've uploaded about 15 videos. So just about 1 video per month. So I wasn't super consistent with YouTube. But at the end of last year, I was like, right, that's it. I want to take YouTube more seriously. And to take it more seriously and make the channel grow a little bit more, I have to be more consistent with uploading. So my goal is to upload 1 video per week, so 52 videos in a year. Let's see if I can keep that promise. I'm working on it very hard right now. And I also kind of like this goal because it's what you would call an input goal. So I'm not setting myself the goal of like, oh, I want to have 100,000 subscribers or like 1 million subscribers, which, by the way, would be a bit unrealistic at this point, I think. But also, I'm not setting myself up for disappointment by setting a goal of a metric that I can't control. I can control the amount of videos that I upload. I can't really control how many subscribers that I get, right? So goal number 2 within the YouTube category is to work with more brands. I started working with brands already at the end of last year. And it has been a really fun thing to do, to create content in collaboration with a brand. And obviously, like, if I want YouTube to grow and to make it like a sustainable career for myself as well, I need to do more brand collabs. And, you know, it's also just a fun thing to do when you are a creator because you get to try new things, test new things before sometimes even they get on the market. And my goal is to only recommend things on my channel that I truly love and believe in and that I would use myself. So that is kind of the baseline. And if I can find some brands that can work with me on that basis, then great, I'm all for it. And I'm going to search for those kind of opportunities this year. And hopefully as the channel grows, some more things will come my way naturally anyway. So the third goal in the YouTube category is something that I'm still contemplating. So it's a solid maybe. And maybe I can get your opinion on this because I'm thinking about potentially launching a one-on-one mentorship / sort of coaching thing. So you would be able to hop on a live call with me maybe for, let's say, an hour. And if you need some mentorship in the topics of photography and building a photography business, you have some questions about that, then I would be able to mentor you. So I'm not sure if I'm going to launch this year or not. Maybe if you would be interested in something like this, put it in the comments below. So I know some people are interested in that. But if you're not interested, that's completely fine too. Then I might not even end up doing this at all. So those are the 3 YouTube things. Let's now move on to the photography career category. So outside of YouTube, my actual job is as a photographer. I work as a headshot photographer for actors, but also as a personal brand photographer for businesses, startups, solopreneurs, and all those kind of lovely people. But there's also a part to my photography career which is more on the artistic side, and I have some goals specifically for that. So my first goal for my photography career is to make my final exhibition exactly how I want it to be. So over the past 3.5, I think 4 years, I have been actually studying documentary and art photography here in Berlin. And this degree is coming to an end now. And as the end of my degree, I will have a final group exhibition with my whole year. So over the past year, I have been working on a personal project that has already been exhibited a couple of times because I sent it out to some photo prizes, but I haven't properly exhibited the work in the way that I would want to present it. Meaning, I haven't printed it the way that I want to, I haven't framed it the way that I want to, or like decided on the sizes. So I really want to do all of that for the upcoming year, for July. This is when the exhibition is going to take place here in Berlin. So that is like a major goal for this year. So speaking also of photo prizes, I have another goal for the photography career, which is to apply to at least 12 photo prizes within the year. So if you haven't seen it yet, I have a video on my channel where I talk about how you can apply to photo prizes and why you should be applying to photo prizes. And obviously, I want to practice what I preach. And I have been in the process of applying to some prizes last year, and that was actually fruitful and brought about some really cool opportunities. And I have started applying this year already. So I have made 1 application. So throughout the rest of the year, I want to do at least another 11 applications for photo prizes or grants, or maybe even artist residencies and stuff like that. That always takes a bunch of time because you have to craft each application, but you learn so much about yourself and your work, and it's well worth it. If you want more information on how to do that, watch the video that I made on the topic. But yeah, I want to definitely continue doing it this year, and setting myself like a number like 12, I think is a good amount, which, you know, averages about 1 application per month, which I think with my time is doable. So the third goal within the photography category is to actually do a photo book dummy. So as I mentioned, I have been working on a personal project throughout the past like 12 to 18 months. And because I have that big exhibition coming up, I also want to create something physical, something tangible, like a book or maybe a zine. I'm not 100% sure yet, to be able to show kind of the entire body of work alongside the exhibition. So I have already spoken to a graphic designer about the project, and I think we might be collaborating on doing something and creating something for that. So that is one of my major goals, to get that done. And of course, if you're interested for me to share more about that process here on the channel, please give the video a little like and maybe mention it in the comments below. So I know that would be a topic that you would be interested in to watch, of how I make a photo book. Moving on to the third category, which is the life category. And the first goal in the life category is to exercise 3 to 4 times per week. I have kind of fallen off the exercise bandwagon for the past 6 months or so. So I definitely want to get back on it. And I like doing things like doing yoga, going to the gym, or dancing salsa. Either of those 3 would kind of count for the 3 to 4 times per week. And I'm pretty sure that I can't really do it like 4 times per week immediately, but that I would have to work my way up to this. But yeah, that would be my goal, to establish a routine of doing some sort of exercise activity on 3 to 4 days per week and, ideally sustain it throughout my life. So this is not just a goal for this year. This is a goal that I want to work on continuously, basically for the rest of my life, because I think it is probably one of the most important things that you can work on, and something that should be basically priority number one is like our physical health and our mental health, but also our physical health. The second goal in the life category is to plan some mini trips. So I'm personally a huge fan of very long trips. I love going away to some faraway place for like a month and get some sun, because here in Berlin, it is rather like cold and gloomy during the winter, and we have like a very long winter. So I love going to like a warm beachy destination and, cut that winter short. But I also feel like I stay more motivated throughout the year if I have some small mini trips kind of sprinkled throughout the months. And it doesn't have to be something too expensive, too crazy, but just a little trip. Here in Europe, it's really easy to travel to places, to cities. There's a lot of good like train connections and stuff. So I have some friends living in Brussels and I have some friends living in Paris. So maybe I manage this year to, do a small weekend trip here and there. That would be definitely a goal of mine. And the third life goal that I have in this category, which is also a trip, but this time it's a bigger trip, and it's something that I have been thinking about for the past, I don't know how many years, and that is to do a longer trip to Japan. So I love a lot of Japanese things. I love to eat Japanese food. I love to cook Japanese food. I love a lot of the kind of Japanese minimalist aesthetic. I love a lot of things about the culture, about the handicrafts there. And I have been to Japan before in like 2015, I think. So that's already like 10 years ago. And ever since that trip, that was one of the best trips I have taken in my entire life. I loved Japan so much. It was so inspiring, such a beautiful environment. I always wanted to go again. So my goal would be to earn enough money, save up, and maybe do another longer trip to Japan in, let's say, September, October, because I think the best time to travel to Japan is either in the springtime or in the fall time, because winter is pretty cold. Summer is really hot, really unbearably hot from what I've heard. And spring is really beautiful with the cherry blossoms and the weather changing. And autumn, fall is really beautiful with the leaves changing and the weather being, a little bit cool, but still the summer lingering around a little bit. So that would be my ideal time. Probably would be to go in September, October-ish. So now I'm curious to hear about your goals. Do you have some goals set already for 2025 or for this year whenever you're watching it? Do you plan on making some goals? Do you hate goals? Do you not like it at all? Tell me in the comments below. And if you want to see more videos from me, subscribe to the channel, and I'll speak to you in my next one. Bye bye.